Hi, my name is Cody, and I am the Parts and Service Director at Kunes Auto Mall in Sycamore, and with another episode of Kunes Car Combo. Today we are going to be driving a Mercedes EQS 450 SUV with Billy from Crumbl Cookie. You are Billy, all right, you're the owner slash franchisee of the Crumbl Cookie and the Sycamore DeKalb location. You also have other stores. I mean, tell us a little bit about your story, how you got started, and yeah, we'll take it from there.
I will. I'm born and raised here, so for me, partnering with a dealership like you guys, which is local to here in Sycamore, it's a dream come true. This is what I want to do, and what I wanted to do with my career in Crumbl Cookies, which was just give back and be a part of the community. Born and raised here in Sycamore, I brought Crumbl Cookies from my Chicago territory. It's just something I've always wanted to do. I branched out from Sycamore. My father owned Subway here for 30 years. Yeah, long before you guys had a dealership right there. We had a Subway just right down the street, And so for me, once I branched out and got older, I invested in Crumbl Cookies. I got the rights for Chicago, Illinois. I opened locations in downtown Michigan Avenue. It's beautiful. I have one opening right now at Wrigley Field.
No kidding.
Yeah, so it's under construction right now. It'll be open in, we're aiming for like end of April or mid-April, around that time frame. So all my operations are actually in Chicago, Illinois. When I first signed up with Crumbl, that's what I agreed to, was the Chicagoland area out there. But I had this dream of opening up Crumbl Cookies in Sycamore, my hometown, exactly where my dad had a business for 30 years. And one day I was just driving around, and a space was available right down the street in the old plaza where we had a Subway at, which is the Northland Plaza right there next to Panera Bread, that Subway. And so we had sold that one in 2015, but then I saw an empty space right next to GameStop, and I was like, let me just see, just for fun, how much would it be? What would it cost to bring a Crumbl over here, just for giggles? And it just was starting to make more and more sense. And the landlord was eager. I was, obviously very excited to bring my concept out here. I didn't know how I would do the operations from Chicago I was just going to figure out later. I'm more of a figure out later type of guy. I'm going to get the deal done now, and I'll figure it out later. Somehow it always works. And so we go to negotiations, and before you know it, I sign up and I put a Crumbl Cookies in there. And weirdly enough, that whole entire plaza used to look different back in 1991 when I was born. And where our old Subway was is exactly where my Crumbl Cookies is right now.
No kidding.
I didn't tell you this. I'm not kidding. So basically, in the old plaza, it used to be like an L shape where GameStop is and everything like that. It was like a mattress store, a video rental. One of the banks was actually right there as well too. The old, I think, National Bank was right there as well too. And then Pick and Save, this like grocery store. And actually Walmart is where Planet Fitness was right now. In Aldi, that's where Walmart used to be. So it's like a long L shape like that. And then where Panera and Subway is right now used to be Hardee's. So Subway was along the wall right there, along that L shape. And that's exactly where my Crumbl Cookies is right now.
That is crazy.
Full circle moment.
Full circle.
And I didn't notice it until I looked out the back door, and I have childhood memories of playing in that alleyway, and I was looking at the cornfields and Ollie's custard right there, and I was like, wait a minute, this might be exactly where Subway was. I knew it was like a door down or two doors down difference, but I was like, it's exactly where it used to be. Obviously they had torn down that building and reconstructed it and whatnot, but look at fate, look at destiny. I mean, this is a proven concept of just destiny right there.
Yeah.
Of just a full circle moment. So it's been beautiful since the beginning. And win or lose, I was just so happy with, I was able to follow in my father's footsteps.
Correct.
And give back and be a part of Sycamore and DeKalb area, which I've known to love my whole entire life. And so it's a full circle moment. I'm just happy to be back and happy to be here and happy to do things like this.
Absolutely.
And be a part of the community and ways to give back. And I'm so excited for my journey, which I feel has just begun again, you know, in DeKalb Sycamore. So definitely excited to be a part of what's new, what's next, and being a part of the economy here and giving jobs and giving back. And it just feels great. And so it's an exciting journey.
Having Crumbl in its location currently, I mean, that there's been some much needed kind of like spice or like just some things changing in the Sycamore DeKalb area. And I mean, I definitely think that Crumbl kind of brings that to the community. I mean, you bring in kids that are, I mean, young teens up to 25. I mean, really are right around your target audience.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's so many more people that enjoy the product that you have as well.
Absolutely.
So I think that's awesome. And, you know, on the topic of, you know, giving back to the community, I mean, I'm wearing it right now, right?
I made you.
Right?
Yep, I made you wear it.
If you want to touch base, what's with the color pink?
Absolutely. So our founder, Sawyer Hensley, he started the company Crumbl Cookies out in Utah, and he had this fascination with this pink Cadillac that would drive down his street every now and then. Everyone knew the pink Cadillac. And you know that pastel pink, you know, old school, kind of like 70s, like, you know, with like the obnoxious, you know, rear lights that spoke out in the white tone. But it had this beautiful pastel pink, and it was so hot. It was the hot rod, and, you know, somebody owned it, and eyes would just follow it everywhere it went. That pink Cadillac, even to this day, you see a pink Cadillac like that from like the, you know, back in the day, those little retro cars, your eyes are just gazing and following it. It's timeless.
It is timeless. I mean, one of the things that you drive, right? You have a pink Ford Bronco.
I have a pink Bronco. We'll have to get a shot of that in this video as well,
absolutely.
too. But yeah, so obviously I am a more of a modernized version of it, but that's why the box is pink, because of that pink Cadillac. So it's right back to cars.
Back to cars. It's funny that you say that though, because I mean, you're a local. You know, I'm a local. I live here in the community as well, right? And it's crazy because anytime I go out and I see your Bronco, from a distance, right? I automatically, my eyes turn straight over to that, and I'm like, oh, there's the owner of Crumbl.
Yep.
He's over here. Oh, he's getting groceries. But you're absolutely right. I mean, that color, you see it, it pops. And like, you just can't help it, like, your eyes just get drawn to it.
Yeah, and funny story about that, you know, back to cars, I obviously purchased a Ford Bronco. It was matte black and black. That's the original color of that car. Man, I loved it. I enjoyed it for 3 months. It was going to change pink, and I was actually kind of bummed about it. And it took me a second, so I was like, let me just enjoy the black for a little bit. And so my fiance obviously loved that as well too. So we took it out for date nights and everything. And it was just like, as if a surgery's up and coming, you know, or like, you know, let me just enjoy my leg until I cut it off. You know, that's what it felt like, turning it pink. And then, you know, I got it wrapped up into that, you know, pastel pink, you know, and I know the story about the Cadillac. And my mind changed, and I was like, this actually looks really good with black. I'm actually shocked at how it turned out.
It's fantastic.
It actually looks really cool. And like, you know, people say things about, you know, pink being girly or anything like that. No, this is like masculine still. Like, this is a great looking pastel pink with the black, big tires. I love it, you know. So it's an ode to the, you know, the story and the origin of the Cadillac that's pink, you know, about why our boxes are pink as well too. And it's just, there's something about the pink color that brings joy. Correct. It's attractive and joy. And I think that's what really brought it full circle as well too, again, which is the pink Cadillac, the pink box, and our mission, which is just, you know, making people excited about cookies or about something, you know. And just so happens our product is cookies, but it just, having that excitement and opening up that box and seeing the beautiful cookies, and man, just speaking about it, let's start. I'm hungry. You hungry?
Oh, I'm hungry.
Yeah. So speaking of the pink box, the cookies, here they are. Look at this. I mean,
wow.
Yeah.
It looks crazy.
It's obviously we're going to enjoy it, but it's almost like we have a job, another second job to do all this.
We do have another second job to do all this.
So if you take a look, we have the classic peanut butter cookie. You know, we make ours in a unique style. I can't tell you. It's a little secret. Otherwise, we got to I'm gonna bury you in one of these cornfields if I tell you how we do this peanut butter cookie. Iced oatmeal, classic. You know, we talked about our demographic. There's actually an elder demographic that loves simple things like an oatmeal cookie, you know, which isn't as modern anymore.
It's not.
In peanut butter, but I don't know.
You know, oatmeal's coming back.
I think it is. I think
oatmeal's coming back.
Yeah, it's gonna have a big year, I think, this year. So iced oatmeal's right there. Has a nice vanilla cream cheese glaze on there. We have a chocolate chip cookie, so we swap it every single week. There's a huge debate. People fight in the store. We have to call the police. Milk chocolate chip versus semi-sweet is the big debate. And so this week is semi-sweet with a little sea salt on top. So it's salty, chocolatey, buttery. That's a great one right there. And then right here we have our chocolate cake batter cookie. Got some. Oh, that's the best part. Let you know with your fingers.
They're making me hungry, man. I feel like I'm gonna have to pull over here in a second.
I'm gonna have to pause this video. We got some business to take care of. This is the chocolate cake batter right here. And this one's gonna have a beautiful chocolate fudgy frosting. Might remind you of that hot dog place that is called Portillo's. You know, the chocolate.
Yes.
It reminds me of that a lot. And then a cake batter chocolate brownie cookie right there. Some sprinkles. This is lemon cheesecake. Has a little twist to it though, because we add a little brown sugar and honey mixture to it as well too, along with the graham cracker. So it has a little modernized taste to it as well too. So that's a lemon cheesecake cookie.
What I am really interested in is what this is.
Yeah. So this behemoth right here, look at this. Feel the weight of it. It is just, wow. Yeah. So this is a new premium offering of ours. It is a tres leches
Oh, you're kidding.
cake. Have you ever had one before?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Of course.
I'm really hesitant
But
sometimes.
is it
you
a
know,
cookie?
No, it's actually going to be a cake. So we are dabbling in the cake market as well too now.
Okay.
This is a new premium product that we offer in our stores. And so this week only is a tres leches. It is a white cake drenched. It is cold and drenched in 3 types of milk, obviously. Evaporated, condensed, and regular milk. Fresh homemade whipped cream on top. Then you have a cinnamon sugar dazzle right on there. Look at that.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
It is. I'm a customer service first kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that had to go out the window 8 a.m. Monday when this thing came out. I ate it right away. I was like, sorry, customers, can't wait for you.
Sorry, I gotta be the first
I had
one.
to, just, safety testing, making sure it's okay.
Correct. You gotta make sure you
just-
try it before anyone else.
And people always ask me if I'm like sick of cookies, because I obviously, eat them a lot and I'm around it all the time. And, it is, it's not that I'm sick of it. I just have kind of, been through the rotations and kind of can guess it and all
Correct.
this kind of stuff and how it's going to taste. But every so often there's a flavor I just run towards. And this is one of them this week where I just saw the tres leches and I was like, I need to try this.
But speaking about, I mean, you have regular selection of cookies, but I mean, the one thing that you get is you get the option of switching up. Because you guys do limited time offers, right?
Yes. Yep.
Quite often.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can't really get sick of the cookies because you always got something new coming out.
And that's the best part about our rotating menu. Every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Instagram Central Time, we launch these brand new flavors to try out for the week. And you only have 1 week to try it out. It's almost, the style of it is like almost like a clothing drop or a shoe drop.
So what you're saying is when you release a flavor, I only have 1 week to go to the store.
6 days. That's
6 days.
6 days to try it. And that's what makes it fun, and different. And that's what the mission of our company is to just, not be the same boring old place. Try something new, be daring, step outside the box. I mean, I don't mean to throw shots at our community, but they were kind of hesitant on some of the flavors that I had in my opening weeks here at DeKalb Sycamore.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that they tried it. They were scared, but they tried it.
Sounds interesting. Let's try it.
Yeah. There was the cornbread cookie, which everybody loves cornbread. But there were some people that were hesitant here, and they were like, I don't know how it would taste as a cookie. Because it's a savory offering of ours.
Correct.
It's more savory. And it's salty, it's buttery. I love it. It's one of my favorites. But it was so fun to see the hesitation. But then people would try it, and they'd be like, this was one of the best things I've ever had in my life. But stepping out of that comfort zone, and daring the customer, I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. And it's like, it's not like I'm upselling at the register, but I'm just letting them know that, like, you need to try this. Like, this is something different, you know? And there's sometimes where we have some flops some weeks. I'll be honest with you. There's some cookies that are not good. And I'm an honest man, so I told him at the register, I would skip this one this week, you know? Because our menu changes so often. So I think honesty, transparency, and then the rotating menu and just trying new experiences, you put all that together in a concept and you got an amazing customer experience right there.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun. And but why don't we just jump into some of these cookies as we're talking about?
We're gonna have to.
Let's do it.
I keep licking my lips again.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you grab the first one and tear me a piece.
Know.
You want to go for the tres
First
leches?
thing I'm doing
Let's
is
do
go
it.
for the tres leches.
Oh man, look at this thing. It is just soft, moist. It's wet right here.
So
Oh
good.
my God. Jump in, ready?
Ready?
Let's do it. Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
That is so good.
Oh my God. How awesome is that?
It's crazy.
It's just simple. It's fluffy. It's creamy. It's milky. It's just
And see, I grew up not liking tres leches,
really.
and it wasn't until my fiance that she's like, you gotta try. You know, not every place tastes the same. It's kind of like cakes, right? And so I'm very particular on tres leches. So for me to be able to say, wow,
Yeah.
is awesome.
I can tell. I can tell you actually like it. And I hope our founder doesn't beat me up when I say this. This tastes so good that it almost tastes like we didn't make it. Like, it didn't come from Crumbl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just tastes like a product that's just like so out there where it's just like a cookie place made this.
Right.
You know, this is like a bakery, small town. Like, this is like handcrafted, handmade,
And
fresh.
it's so good. I mean, everything is proportioned so evenly.
Oh my God. Also, I don't know if you feel the same way. I can taste the difference of fresh whipped cream versus the can.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
100%.
Yeah. There's no, like, that's what I really like about something that we do here, which is we make just about every single thing in-house, you know, part of it. You know, this fudge, cream cheese, the glaze, and you taste that. You know, obviously we don't make the sprinkles in-house. That comes, you know, in for us, and same thing with graham cracker. We don't make that in-house, but, you know, things like that, it really makes a huge difference.
It does. And, you know, it's funny because when you talk about a homemade, right, because you can go to, like, let's say Dunkin' Donuts, for example. You know, none of them make them in their stores.
Unfortunately not. Yeah, not anymore. They used to back in the day, but times have changed, and that's something, you know, our company started in 2017. So we know of all these type of, you know, traits out there of companies, you know, using commissary kitchens and whatnot.
Correct.
Our promise to ourselves, our brands, our investors, our customers, we will never change. We'll always make everything in-house. So when you walk in, you see 2 mixers, 2 ovens, you see bakers. We're never going to cut corners because we know everyone else is doing it. And so there's no reason to, because look at the product. It's actually not that hard.
It's not. And the product speaks for itself.
Yes.
I mean, there's a leaps and bounds difference of a store-bought versus going someplace that makes it homemade.
Absolutely.
Right? Why do you think people love going out to restaurants when they can make the same thing at home as going to taste the same at home?
Right. No, never, you know? And so that's why, you know, just trying new offerings and just seeing how it tracks to the customers, it really lets us know that, hey, we should probably still come out with more things like this now, you know?
Correct.
Because it's doing so well. So I'm happy to hear that you love this one. Let's jump into something else now. Which one are you going to
I'm letting you pick on this one.
All right, I'll pick. This week, you know, I really want to try this oatmeal now that we're talking about it. So I'm going to just tear you a piece really quick, or just show the camera this really quick. Look at that thing. Oh, yeah.
And why do they call it Crumbl cookie?
Right? It's going to crumble. There it is.
It's going to crumble.
There it is. I got a piece. You got a piece. Let's cheers this one out.
Cheers.
Oatmeal with a vanilla cream cheese glaze. That's good.
Look at it.
Those are crunchy edges.
Mm-hmm.
They did a good job with this one.
I hate to say this based off of demographics, but it's just like Grandma made it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Not much Gen Z coming in my store saying that, but I think people like me and you are like, this is like back in the day, right there. It takes you back. I love a good oatmeal cookie.
As long as it's a good oatmeal cookie.
Yeah. Yeah, this is great. Really balanced, not too sugary, crispy. You have those chunky oat pieces in there that kind of get stuck in you.
But you know what I'm talking about. You can go and buy oatmeal cookies. Some of them are dry.
Dry,
Very, very
packed
dry.
with sugar.
Oh yeah,
And it's just,
this is nice.
Yes.
Very oaty taste.
Mhm.
Right. This is phenomenal.
yeah.
For an oatmeal cookie,
Yeah.
this is a phenomenal.
It's very moist, you know, and we have a little secret, obviously, I can't tell you again, but that just makes it really, really moist and more oaty without anything else disrupting that taste. And so we do a good job with oatmeal. I love our oatmeal cookies. Let's hop into the peanut butter now, which is right next door. We'll grab that one. This is a classic peanut butter cookie. Nothing too crazy, just simple. We love having simple offerings every now and then, you know.
Oh, and that smells amazing.
Yeah, we also have a little secret with our peanut butter. I hope you can catch it. Check that out. Whew. Melts.
Mm-hmm.
It just melts in your mouth as if you're eating peanut butter by itself. How do we do that?